Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And I don't know how to do this video. Like, I didn't really plan about doing this one, but I thought this would be a nice time to thank all of you for supporting my content creation journey. It's been a year, like last August when I started posting content very consistently. So many of you started following me, and right now we are like over 80,000 in Instagram, and I have like around 20,000 in YouTube and 15K in TikTok. So I think altogether it's above 100,000 people, and that is a huge number to me. Really, like it's a huge number of people who's following me, and I wholeheartedly wanted to thank all of you for supporting me through this. Uh, I'm just ecstatic. That's all. I'm really happy, and I know I don't celebrate many of my milestones. If you're following me, you would have seen all the milestones that I met in my Instagram, and I do have a highlights on that one because I like to keep track of everything. And the first 10K actually felt the best. I got that K in my Instagram, and it was the best feeling ever because this is not the first time I'm creating content. If I have to give you like a backstory, I did have a blog at least 9-10 years ago. It was called Pretty Tales by Santhi. I do have one follower from that who still follows me on Instagram, and I think I ran it for like over a year, and then I got married, moved to US, and life happened, and I didn't follow through with it. Like over the time our interest changed. I didn't want to do blogs anymore, and I always loved photography, not like portrait photos and stuff. I just loved clicking pictures. I always clicked the selfies. I always clicked photos of my friends. Back in college when I was doing my masters, I always had this pink Canon camera. I think it was like a digicam, and I have all the photos of my friends and my classmates and my Facebook. I had an album for my college days, and it was full of pictures from that camera. I never left without that camera in my bag. Also, then the phone cameras wasn't that good, so I asked my parents to get me a small camera. I also needed it for my my studies, to click photos of the apparels and for my project. So it worked out well. I had a small camera that I could use and capture memories. And then that's when I also started my Instagram account. That was very brand new. And since I like clicking pictures, I always used to post pictures in Instagram. And I also studied in different places, so it was also a way for me to connect with my friends. People were in different states and different countries, so I could easily connect them through the photos, and I knew what is happening in their life, kind of. So Instagram for me was my album, and I've been very consistently posting almost all my milestones in there, and it was very personal to me until last year. In between, around 2017, I decided I wanted to have another Instagram account, mainly for my fitness passion and keeping myself accountable. So I started posting like what I eat, what exercise I was doing, a lot of gym selfies. I was hoping to grow that account, and I did go in and took a certification for physical training and nutrition. And that's also the time I started this YouTube channel. And the initial goal for this YouTube channel was to share healthy recipes and, talk about fitness and nutrition and stuff. And I had Mia back then. She was like 3 months old when I started the YouTube. And the postpartum period, I was kind of struggling because we didn't have any help back then. And I don't think that it wasn't viable for me to pursue like content creation because it was so much time consuming, and there was so much to learn. But as we say, every time you fail, you learn something from it. So I failed with my blog, but I gained knowledge about how to write a blog post and other stuff. I failed with my fitness page. I wouldn't call it as a fail because if you ask me, I didn't put my 100% to that. It was more like a hobby than like a career to me, and I was focusing on my career these many years to get back. If you ask me why I started again or what triggered me to start again, That's a bit personal. I always posted stories and posts in Instagram when I was happy, and I shared my memories with my friends and my community. I think there was around like 1500 or 1800 followers when I started, and those are my friends and extended friends and people I know mostly in my page. And last year, I lost my dad in January last year, and that was a difficult phase I was going through, and I was grieving, and I wasn't active in social media. Like, I don't use Facebook as much. Instagram is my favorite place because I like to see pictures, and I stopped posting. And after a few months, it kind of hit me that I'm not capturing memories, and life is too short to not do things that you like. So, so to get out of that rut, kind of, I started posting again. I forcefully started posting some pictures and some memories, and then I saw other moms, like talk moms, like posting about their day in my life and other stuff, and they also said you can make money. So I wanted to do it as a side hustle this time. Instead of being a hobby, it is a side hustle. So I decided, okay. So in June, July, I started posting a little bit, like outfit check and stuff, because I had to get ready and I was getting out of that grief period. Nobody teaches you how to react when you lose a parent, and I wanted to, like, it was kind of my distraction also. So I started posting like outfit check, and I was getting a little bit of traction, and I was enjoying it. And Instagram was pushing a lot of reels back then. So previously I only posted like photos and stuff. I didn't create many videos other than for the few YouTube videos I created here. So I started posting regularly, and I think August is when I decided, okay, I'm gonna get serious about this. This is not just my hobby anymore, and it has to be my side hustle, and I'm gonna plan everything out. So I created an Excel sheet. Yeah, I created an Excel sheet, and I spoke with my husband, and he's the one, like, was more excited than me to do everything. He supported me in everything I have to do, and I love him for that. And he's been my person throughout this journey. So I created this Excel sheet, and I still remember I have numbers because I update it weekly, so I know how I'm progressing and what to work on next, using my user experience a little bit in data analyzing and stuff. So 6th August, I had 2050 followers in Instagram, and my goal back then was to get 10,000 followers within a year. Yeah, that was my goal, and I think we achieved multiple 8. So in the beginning of September, October, so October 1st, I had 10,000 followers. So that's like 2 months into doing this, I already achieved my goal, and I had a threshold of getting at least 150 followers a week in order to get there. So I kind of planned backwards for doing this. Also, that's when, somewhere in social media, I saw if you post consistently, you get like more followers and stuff. And I secretly started posting every day, and the goal was to post every day for a month, and how I see. But I took it a little far, and I posted for 150 days consistently. And at the end of 150 days, I had 50,000 followers. Yes. And if you ask me, was it hard? It was hard. It was hard to miss a day. So I didn't miss any day. I always recorded and edited, and I had my drafts ready to post the next day. So there was a lot of pre-planning that was done in my case. I don't know if other content creators do the same, but that's how I could do it, because I was also working full time, and I have 2 toddlers to take care of. So that's a lot of work. And one thing, I was kind of burnt out by the end of 150th day, and my husband said, you need to take a step back because this is a lot of work. Because I stopped watching TV, I was editing at night, I was compromising on my sleep, and that's how I grew my Instagram following. And by then, I thought like maybe when I have like 30K 40K followers, I could get brand deals and other stuff. Because if you don't know, Instagram won't pay you anything, you are getting nothing for all the work you do, because they don't have any AdSense or anything. I should have probably focused YouTube along with my Instagram. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. I only started posting in YouTube in the starting of January, so I kind of missed 6 months. So if you're starting out, I would recommend you to start in all the channels so that you can grow evenly, and also it's the same amount of effort. You already made the content, it's just posting it in all other platforms. So that would be my one advice. So I get a lot of questions from people like, how do I create content, where do I edit, or what am I using to edit, how do you find time to do all these? So I will answer those questions right now. My preliminary editing software is InShot and DaVinci. So for InShot, I do have the premium subscription for a year, so that you don't get their watermark or something. And I've been using that since the beginning, and I'm pretty comfortable using it. There are people who use CapCut and VN editor to do the same. All three are like very similar interface, and it's very easy to use. For DaVinci Resolve, I do watch YouTube videos to learn how to use it, and I took a subscription for Skillshare, and there was videos that you can watch and learn, so I learned it by myself. I'm not a pro, I'm still a beginner in that, but I wanted to learn to do color grading. So that's why I used DaVinci Resolve. Instead of using filters, I like to color grade, like do small changes to make my videos look better. So right now, I'm not in a point where I can create content. I don't have the time to do that. So what I'm more doing is I'm documenting my life, kind of like if I'm making something, if I'm making lunch, I'm documenting that, and that becomes my video for the next day. If I'm getting ready for office, that's what I'm doing. So that strategy worked out for me. And in the future, I would want to create content based on what people ask and their requests. So I don't know at what point I'll have the time to do that pre-planning and get it executed. It's not that easy for me to like just switch on the camera and talk. I don't have any previous experience in front of the camera, like talking or anchoring or anything. I always had the stage fear. Like I can dance and do activities in front of a lot of people, but it's a weird feeling talking to an instrument and not talking to a person. At what point I would pivot, I don't know. Whenever I reach a milestone, people ask me for a giveaway. The truth is, when Instagram don't pay me, I am not making any money. I didn't make any money until like throughout last year. I started making a little bit from the beginning of February this year, and that was more from the affiliate marketing, and also my YouTube got monetized last month. So that was really exciting to me. So I'll be making a little bit of money from that. So I was thinking I would do a giveaway for my 100K in Instagram whenever that reaches. People always ask me what video works in Instagram. Seriously, after using it for like 10 years and using it more as a creator for 1 year, I still don't know what works in Instagram, because it's an unpredictable algorithm which changes a lot. So until 2 months, I was getting a consistent of like 600 followers a week, and now I'm getting like 100 followers a week or 50 followers a week. So the algorithm keeps changing. So it is not something that I can talk about, and I'm not an expert in those. Another question what people ask me are what devices I use to shoot. My main device is my iPhone 14 Pro. This is what I use to shoot majority of my content, because when your workflow is simple, it's easier to get it done. And I did have a DSLR when I started, but I chose not to use it because I know the workflow is going to get complicated, and I don't have the time to invest and make it perfect. So I use my iPhone 80 to 90% of the time. So when I'm doing my fashion outfits, I use my Sony camera. That's what I'm currently shooting on. And this is a mic that Deepu gifted me when I think when I hit like 30K or something, but I never use it. I never use it in the sense I don't do much talking content, so it didn't make sense for me to use it. But since I'm trying to do more YouTube, it makes sense to use the best you have. This is a Rode wireless mic. So the next thing that I'm currently using, it's only been very recent, like it's not even been a month since I got this, but I mainly got this for my YouTube content so that I can make more vlogs. I was running out of space in my iPhone, and that is one of the main issue. I wanted something that I could use. So this is like DJI Pocket 3. So I wanted something that I can carry around and I don't want to think about it. So this is my gift for me for being so consistent and trusting the process. Yay. So I posted my last vlog using this. So this has a light small gimbal, and you can also shoot vertical in this. The only downside I felt was it only has optical zoom, which will crop off the clarity, but this also shoots in 4K. So this is a cute little thing that I got, and I got the creators combo, so it comes with this extender and a small tripod, and it also has a mic. Also, you can like store it like this. In my purse, you can store it like this. It also comes with a mic that you can record when you're far away or if there is noise outside. The main reason I bought this is I felt comfortable talking in the front facing camera than keeping the phone back, and that helps me to talk more and be comfortable shooting vlogs. And in this you can actually see yourself while shooting, so that's one reason I like to use it. And I think I shot like 2 vlogs with it. So far I'm still testing it out. I think I like it. Okay, so this is my 2 cents for anybody who wants to create content. The devices you have is the best device you can use. So don't just think that, oh, if I had that camera or if I had that phone, I could create best content. But start creating with what you have and eventually upgrade. That will help with your workflow, and that will help you, reach your goals faster. Next, so anything you do with like lots of love and consistency, so eventually somewhere it will pick it up. And you have to love the process in order to get that results. If you keep if you keep chasing the results, it's going to be disappointing. I'm looking down because I wrote some notes here so that I don't miss anything. One other advice I would give is, if you're focusing on Instagram, the Instagram algorithm is very unpredictable, and if one video doesn't work out, that doesn't mean it's bad. Just keep posting it, it will work out eventually. Also, some videos, I make some videos and it sits in my draft, and when I have nothing, I post it. But maybe that's the one that's hitting the million views, and I'm like, oh shit, I should have done this before itself. So maybe the video in your draft that you think is not as good might be more useful for the people. Another thing is enjoy the process. Like, I think I missed that a little bit in between. I started so focusing on like getting the outputs, I stopped enjoying the process. But now I'm trying to enjoy the process as I'm doing it. Next is having a strategy. So this, even though in my previous experiences I didn't have any strategies, I just did it. I went to gym, I took a gym selfie and I just posted it. There was no strategy behind it. But now I have a strategy. I know which videos to post. I plan ahead so that I can get it executed in the time, and I'm not panicking that I don't have enough videos. Video is when you're creating a video, see what value you're bringing into the people who's watching it. Like, is that inspirational? Are you sharing some knowledge? Are you your video shareable? Is your video savable? Like, think about those things when you're trying to make a content, and that can help you get more reach. And always try to target your audience. For me, I wanted to create content that is for people like me, like moms who are working, or moms who are burnt out, or moms who need a little bit of inspiration to get out of their pajamas. So if you like, and I feel like those are the people who resonate with me and my life and my family and what I'm doing. So finding your right target audience is very important, and always think about who your user is and what are they trying to get from you, and what you can deliver the best for them. And another thing about being in the public eyes is people will have a lot of opinions. It might be good, most of the time it's bad. So they will have their own opinions about you. They'll have opinions about what you do. They'll have opinions about your content. Just ignore. Like, they don't know about you. Like, they're seeing this 30-second thing and they're judging you. So it's just, you need to learn to ignore and build a thick skin, and like, let that not affect your day. And because after a content, I try to just move on to the next and like focus on that and how I can do best, because it's not good for your mental health. There are people who wants to bring you down because they're jealous, and there are people who wants to bring you down because they can't do what you do. So not everybody is as supportive. There are people who supports you. There is a chunk of my community that supports me a lot if something bad happens to me. But they defend me, they jump out and responds to a bad comment even before I see it. You just have to learn to not affect that your mental health. I don't think I got a lot of hate. I At least there is no trolls of me anywhere, so that's good news. But even if it happens, that is not me. What you see in social media is not 100% of me. I have a completely different life outside of it. What I show you is what I portray to show you. Most of my content is curated. Like, I know what I'm sharing. I edit my content by myself, so I cross check everything before I'm sharing. So you can never understand a public figure just based on what content they share, and that could create a lot of opinions and judgments about you. But just imagine, they are judging the little bit of thing that you're sharing, and that's not you. Because I have a personal life, I have a family, my job, my friends outside of this that I really don't share in the public. So just my 2 cents. And another thing is, when you're sharing, I think one thing I like about YouTube is people comment and there is no way they can message you. So people comment and you can respond to if you know the information or thank you and stuff. But in Instagram, you get a lot of DMs every day. And if you feel like an influencer or a content creator is not responding to you, I won't blame them, because every day we are getting like 50 to 100 DMs, and at least 30 of them would be just hi, and I don't have the time to just respond to hi. And some will be asking for links. Most links, in my case, I've linked everything in my bio, so you can find my Amazon storefront and my LTK profile and find most of the links that you're looking for. So that's just 5 minutes of work from your side, and you can find the thing that you want to purchase or want to look at. Other than, sometimes people are asking advices, and some of the advices are not in my sector that I can answer for, so I try to ignore those. In the beginning it was overwhelming, and I was trying to answer everybody's message, and my brain was like exploding after that. Like, I cannot run a customer service center from my Instagram, and I don't have anybody helping me to do that. So now I filter out the comments based on if they're following me, if what they're asking is something that I can help them with, or if, or am I bringing value to them by responding. Also, out of all the messages, only like 5 to 10% you get like, oh, I really like your content and I'm inspired by you and stuff. The rest are like asking questions, and that takes a lot of brain energy from me to respond. So if I'm not responding, I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best, and someday if I have a personal assistant, I will let them take care of it. So, and I'm also trying to bring in automated messaging for links and stuff. I'm also learning as I'm growing. Since I'm not doing this full time, I have my limitations, and for all the followers who is supporting me through this journey, I'm very, very thankful for you. I can't just say that enough. Okay, so the next topic was if you go viral or if you want to go viral. So there is two way of going viral: when people comments a lot, or if there is too many shares that's come to your video in Instagram. So most times it can be negative publicity that could take you viral, like people commenting bad stuff, and then other people coming and commenting under, and it goes to that thread, and that means Instagram pushing it to a lot of more people. That could create a viral video, like you could hit 1 million fast. if your video is going viral, so I think I had my first viral video, and there can be nasty comments that come, so expect there is not, it's not always good, there can be nasty comments that comes with it, and sometimes you just have to, sometimes you just have to ignore and then move on, or be happy with all the followers and reach you're getting through that one video, and just make use of it. And moreover, I wanted to say, if you're planning to create content and be in this space, just be yourself and be authentic as much as possible. Moreover, I just wanted to say, enjoy the process of creating content and everything, and at some point you're going to be successful. Like, sometimes it might take longer time, sometimes it's a short time. Don't compare yourself to other content creators. Everybody have their own authentic way of sharing their content. You can get inspired by others, but you cannot really copy and create content, and that way you'll not succeed. To plan and showcase your creativity, and that's going to be an amazing profile, and people are going to follow you for that. And for my fellow YouTube viewers, I want to thank you, all of you, for following me here as well, because it's really hard for me to talk in front of camera. I think I've brought that up many times. It's not just because I'm an introvert. I'm a very for me at least, I'm a very confident person, but it feels really weird talking to a camera. And if you're still watching this, thank you. If you're still watching this, thank you. I try to bring my most authentic self in front of my YouTube viewers, and for the most part, I got Instagram comments like, why don't you smile in your videos, like while I'm cooking and stuff, especially. Like, it feels weird for me to act just because I'm doing it, so probably I'm documenting it while I'm doing it. I think I've talked too much. I think I talked too much in this video, but this is my experience of 1 year of content creation, and what I've learned. I'm evolving. If you go back and look at the reels that I created in the beginning, it was slow and maybe not as good as what it is right now. So you have to take that time to eventually grow, even for the quality of your video and as a content creator. Believe consistency is what kept me going, and also I do enjoy the process of creating content. So even if a video of mine didn't go really well, if I feel satisfied with the end product, that brings me happiness. So whatever I get, whatever feedback I get of that video, that brings me extra happiness. So I try not to rely my happiness and satisfaction from the reach of my video. It's instead the quality of my video. And I wanted to wind up saying that I don't want to keep blabbering. I didn't really plan on doing this video, so it's all over the place. I still wanted to thank all of you for subscribing and following me, and all your sweet messages and supporting me and motivating me to get here. I really feel like it made me a better person. I also used Instagram as my accountability partner, like when I'm working out and doing diets and stuff, like previously. So when you guys tell me that I motivate you or I inspire you to do stuff, I just want to tell you that you guys also inspire me to have a better routine, to do stuff when I'm lazy, and to keep creating more content. And I just love this little community that I'm building up, and hopefully we can grow together. And I do have a lot of plans in the back of my mind, but right now I don't have the bandwidth to do that. So slowly but surely we'll keep going. So thank you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe and like my video. Take care. Bye.